Today, all circumstances have altered for Shiba Inu. No one anticipated this. Donald Trump has just revealed the most significant revelation of the year. A regulation that is universally hated by the cryptocurrency community has been annulled. Shiba Inu will no longer be governed. Analysts are conjecturing. Will this ultimately compel Shiba Inu to eliminate several zeros? Or is this another matter? Allow me to elucidate. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Today is a startling day for the entire cryptocurrency sector. Donald Trump has made a significant announcement that is already causing considerable upheaval. He stated his intention to abolish a government regulation that is universally disfavored inside the cryptocurrency sector. This regulation has been a hindrance for investors for some time. It may now be nearing its conclusion. Initially, individuals were perplexed. What relevance does this have to Shiba Inu? However, the key point is as follows. It may be entirely relevant. Eliminating this regulation could potentially facilitate an influx of investors into Shiba Inu. Moreover, consider this. Shiba Inu is not merely an inconsequential cryptocurrency on the periphery. It is optimally situated to capitalize on this opportunity. It seems as though it was destined to occur. A significant event is undoubtedly occurring at this moment. We will elucidate all the pertinent data shortly. However, priority must be given to initial matters. The price of Shiba Inu exhibited extreme volatility today. This may be attributable to the Trump announcement. The price fluctuated during the day. Ultimately, it concluded positively by the end of the day. This alone instills a genuine sense of hope within the community. An analyst stated that Shiba Inu is currently positioned at a critical juncture. He asserts that it is fluctuating close to a critical threshold. A threshold that, if surpassed, might trigger a significant bullish breakout. Should that occur, Shiba Inu may target a significantly elevated price. Initially, attaining the subsequent milestone is the focus of everyone's attention. Should the momentum persist, it may advance farther into the subsequent significant zone. Moreover, this is the astonishing aspect. This is but one of the repercussions resulting from the Trump declaration. We are all currently exhilarated. What is the subject of the recent news regarding Donald Trump? In a historic event for the cryptocurrency sector, Donald Trump has enacted the inaugural crypto-specific legislation. This new legislation entirely abolishes a regulation that some individuals in the cryptocurrency sector vehemently opposed. Essentially, it attempted to regulate decentralized finance, DeFi, as though it were managed by conventional banks. The regulation stipulated that DeFi platforms must operate as brokers, necessitating the collection of personal information, transaction monitoring, and comprehensive reporting to governmental authorities. However, there exists a dilemma. Decentralized finance, DeFi, operates without intermediaries. It is accessible and unrestricted. That is really the primary objective. Are you attempting to impose a structure designed for banks? It was incompatible. In truth, it deterred numerous individuals. Even Lucy, the chief marketer for Shiba Inu, elucidated the matter. She stated that this regulation was significant, particularly for the future of DeFi. It would have compelled developers and even basic websites to function as regulated entities, gathering names, monitoring transactions, adhering to regulations that are incompatible with the operational dynamics of DeFi. Concerns among individuals were justified. That regulation might have transformed open-source cryptocurrency applications into entities they were never intended to become. However, it has now vanished. Who derives the greatest advantage in this situation? Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is a cryptocurrency that has numerous DeFi projects. Consider that SHIBASWAP significantly contributed to its prominence. Project Berry provides individuals with a method to stake and generate earnings. Karma points have recently introduced and are already attracting significant attention. It is a system that incentivizes users for participation. Such matters, it attracts new investors rapidly. Shiba Inu now possesses significantly more capacity for movement. It is not solely concerned with existing structures, but rather with future possibilities for construction. This facilitates the introduction of new upgrades, tools, and features, all without the concern of navigating governmental bureaucracy. That constitutes a significant mutually beneficial outcome. The developers possess the autonomy to produce, while what about the community? We reap the advantages of all that innovation. Envision the rapidity with which Shiba Inu can implement enhancements now. The potential has significantly increased, whether through the expansion of Shibarium, the introduction of new utilities, or the enhancement of staking incentives. This group rapidly disseminates excitement when new updates are released. All of this culminates in a singular conclusion. Shiba Inu is poised to initiate a significant action. With the wind now in its favor, attributable to this Trump announcement, we may anticipate a significant price increase. Perhaps even eliminating some of the zeros that are frequently mentioned. We have observed it previously. Following significant upgrades, Shiba Inu typically exhibits rapid movement. This is not merely another day in cryptocurrency. The excitement surged within the group, prompting investors to utilize calculators in an attempt to ascertain the precise quantity of Shiba Inu required to achieve their million-dollar aspirations. It appears that everyone is pursuing that coveted figure, and given the surrounding excitement, one cannot fault them. Analysts at Changelly, as reported by CryptoBasic, predict that Shiba Inu may attain a significantly elevated price by the conclusion of 2028. Prior to that, in May, an analyst referred to as Big Mike proposed that Shiba Inu could escalate to an even more extraordinary degree. Many individuals have maintained the optimism that their Shiba Inu investments may eventually be valued at $1 million. They have been analyzing the data. Should Shiba Inu ascend to that more conservative long-term forecast, almost 11 billion tokens would be required to realize the $1 million aspiration. However, if it reaches Big Mike's more ambitious aim, around 2 billion would suffice. Although it appears substantial, the current low price of Shiba Inu renders such an investment unexpectedly feasible. Currently, acquiring that 11 billion would cost you slightly more than $100,000. While not a trivial sum, reaching the anticipated price point may result in $1 million. For individuals aiming for elevated price forecasts, it is possible to secure 2 billion tokens for less than $25,000. Should that audacious prediction materialize, we are anticipating an unprecedented return. This illustrates the seriousness with which individuals are responding to the momentum generated by Trump. However, before we become very engrossed in the excitement, there is a matter we must contemplate. Whenever a significant update, such as this Trump announcement, occurs, it resembles pyrotechnics in the cryptocurrency sphere. The excitement escalates, emotions intensify, and individuals are either exceedingly optimistic or hastily attempting to participate. However, such occasions also attract unscrupulous individuals. Consequently, the Shiba Inu development team intervened and disseminated a communication to the community. A little reminder to remain vigilant and attentive. Lucy, the chief marketing for Shiba Inu, conveyed this in a tweet. She emphasized the significance of independent thought in cryptocurrency, advocating for personal decision-making rather than relying on others for guidance. The moment you begin to believe that another someone will guide you through every aspect, you are already perilously near to being deceived. Lucy was candid. She stated that cryptocurrency is not a secure and benign environment. It is swift, it is harsh, and indeed, it does not express remorse. A mistake incurs significant expenses. Acquiring knowledge often entails experiencing discomfort. In reality, no individual is obligated to provide assistance. No individual is obligated to provide you with counsel. She even included something amusing yet authentic. If you are still in the process of determining matters, that is acceptable. Establish your own modest kindergarten in cryptocurrency if necessary. However, do not deceive anybody in the process. Maintain integrity, cultivate curiosity, and persist in acquiring knowledge. This moment is exhilarating. However, do not allow enthusiasm to obscure your discernment. Remain vigilant, prioritize safety, and adhere to your path. However, considering the broader context, Shiba Inu's future appears exceptionally promising. Given the current momentum of developments, these improvements, the expansion of the ecosystem, and announcements of this nature surpass news coverage. It appears that a significant construction is underway before our eyes. It is not merely exaggerated enthusiasm. Lucy articulated it herself in a recent tweet. She stated that Shiba Inu remains resilient. When the reversal occurs, it will transpire rapidly. Observe the current state of affairs. Currently, what is the present valuation? It is minimal in relation to the real accomplishments of this project. Some individuals are neglecting it. They are neglecting to pay attention. However, those who are, they can anticipate forthcoming events. They are observing all the indicators align. Shiba Inu is not remaining inactive. It is progressing. It is under construction. It is undergoing evolution. Shibarium is expanding. The team is developing tools, technology, and concepts. Is it the community? Remains one of the most formidable entities present. With diminished constraints from outdated regulations, there is genuine opportunity for respite. Currently, the situation may not appear dynamic on the surface. However, beneath it, the engine is heating up. The energy is accumulating. The groundwork is already established. When the transition occurs, it may become a pivotal moment that individuals reflect about and identify as significant. That marked the pivotal moment. Therefore, do not neglect it. Shiba Inu is far from finished. It is merely commencing. What is your perspective on this matter? Please leave a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.